nothing to support. All those vultures away from home right now. Mines are going to come up. We're going to see what some of the mines come up. Oh, nice little mine. Picking off some vultures. Most of the tank getting picked off. Yet another mine going to come down. Pick off the tank and the last vulture. Nice play here by Flash. Coming down here, completely denying this 4 o'clock base. Going to force a float. Not probably going to be able to take the command center down. Not enough Goliaths, but Karen boosters in there to really force it away. But still doing a nice little bit of damage. Forcing the command center away and far away. With those forces on the ground, so nice little attack from here. MVP gonna go for counter attack. Flash meanwhile just now setting up for at the 12 o'clock position. That CV might one more shot on this. If he does get taken down, and people are gonna get several vultures behind the mineral lines here. Gonna try to pick up as many CVs as he can. Flash, also playing on 2 bases. He went for a little bit more of a troop heavy game. Instead of trying to get insane economic superiority, MVP yet again got to move up vultures to 12 position, deny it yet again. So he knows that now that his own base was denied, he has to move out and try to deny Flash economically as much as he can. He's doing a pretty decent job of it as well. Flash meanwhile just clearing some of the mines to 12 position. Ooh, first person view. Flash's first person view. Him controlling his stuff. All crazy. All fun. All joy. And TVT they'll probably go for ages. So yeah, what the point? If I ever need, like, really need money for, I don't know, rent or food, you know, basically basic survival, then, you know, maybe I'll ask for some. I mean, I understand, like, Diggity getting a computer just so, asking for donations just so we can buy a good computer and bring you guys good content, high quality content. I understand that. Molchop asking for donations because he needs to pay the rent. So he has a house to live in for a month, you know? I understand that. But, I don't know. I don't know. I guess if everybody flooded my PM box and just demanded to give me donations, I might think about it. I'd probably still say no, but, you know. But altogether, just, yet again, thanks, guys, for, if there's more of you out there that were, you know, thinking of maybe donating to me, just letting you guys know. Thanks for the thought. But, you know, it's not really necessary. So, back to the game. If I can actually get myself to focus. I feel like I need caffeine, but instead I'm having orange juice, and orange juice doesn't have any caffeine. It kind of sucks. But oh well, what are you going to do? I feel like having some pizza. Ugh. Really wish I had some pizza, but I don't have any pizza. Actually, talking about pizza, I went to some Italian pasta/pizza fast food place around here called Sbarro or whatever. And I've tried some food there. Their pasta is crap, really. It's like soggy and just does not taste good. But their pizza's okay. But I had like this closed pizza bake thing, basically a pizza slice that's like has dough and like stuff inside of it and dough on top of that, and it tasted awesome. It was one slice, but it was huge. It was like eating a lot of stuff, so it was pretty awesome. So yeah, there's Wrenchin's food corner. MVP actually going for a vulture drop inside of Flash's main, also trying to do a little bit to harass his position. Flash actually might be thinking of picking up that inside 9 o'clock at this point to take it for himself. And meanwhile, the MVP's drop at the 12 o'clock. I'm sorry, at Flash's main instantly, pretty quickly gotten rid of. MVP actually going to pick up the lower left-hand position as he still forces out those vultures out there to the Goku position to try to do some harassment. Economically speaking, Flash was a little bit behind in putting up his base, but MVP was harassed a little bit more heavily, I feel. Delayed a little bit more at that 4 o'clock position. Both players are mining off 3 bases now. And Flash, I'm not sure whether he's trying to pick up that inside 9 or not. Just both the players setting themselves for position. I think Flash is actually a little bit more tank heavy than MVP is at this point, but because he had his 4th up a little bit sooner than Flash, despite that delay, I still think he will manage to get back in troop count. Actually going to go off across the north side or the middle. Actually going to try to take these bridges. Nothing at the front though, so he has to be very careful. Flash not quite the vulture count to really try to go and contest that though. MVP canceling meanwhile the base the low left in position thanks to Flash. We're just going to switch over and try to pick up that inside 6 o'clock. Going to see whether he manages to do that or not. Flash still not committing himself to a 4th base as of yet. Bunch of Wraiths going out there. Meet one Wraith of Flash is going out there to hunt the dropships. 4 Wraiths out there with cloaking ready as well, of course. Flash, meanwhile, setting himself up at the upper right in position to pick up the double gas. And this is very important. Actually going to start to put up some turrets. Make sure he's damn safe from drops before anything else. And, of course, safe from those Wraiths as well. Still just producing Wraiths at the moment. Going very Wraith heavy instead of, say, well, I don't know, dropships maybe. Flash beam was just going to reinforce that upper right hand. Scan going to come off. Not quite sure whether that's going to be enough. Oh, yeah. Just trying to did prevent that second turret from coming up, so Wraiths are technically staying a little bit out of range, but still MVP, if he comes in at the right time, he might still want to pick this up. Actually has tank coming off alongside Vultures. Definitely wants to make sure the Flash cannot take a double gas, because that's one of the features of Odd Eye. Where for instance, on match point you fight over the 12 and 2 o'clock, with just regular bases. On Odd Eye you generally fight over the corners just because of the double gas, and double gas really gives you a huge advantage. You're going to be able to pump tanks at insane levels for a long time. If you have a double gas, you're going to be able to support almost exclusive machine jump factories. Both players, I think, yeah, okay, Flash at weapons 1 at this point. We're going to have that little 1-up over MVP in that position. Yeah, it's just going to put up his command center. Still, MVP should have gotten his inside 6 o'clock at this point. Should be up and mining from what I see on the minimap. Also has a little bit of defensive position around it. So he is one base over Flash, but Flash gets this double gas up. And MVP could be a little trouble. He's not actually putting up a base at that inside 9 and actually just has a defensive position at this bottom left hand. But he might actually, if he picks up the upper right hand safely, continues pumping forces, he might take that lower left hand position, just try to hold both corners. And in a TVT, if one player manages to hold both corners for any sort of significant amount of time, even if not for the entire game or all the time, if he just manages to hold both corners and mine from both of them for a few minutes, that extra gas will really come in handy. Will really allow him to get upgrades going, allow him to support a much higher tank army. So MVP still looking like it is a little bit of trouble, because he doesn't seem like he has what it takes to contest that upper right hand position. He's moving a little bit right across the right across the south side, but Flash did catch him a little bit. Some of those tanks, engineering bay, now going to be forced back to not make sure it doesn't act as a spotter. Those rays coming in handy as building snaps, nothing. I think MVP's actually thinking of picking up the lower left hand instead of trying to deny the upper right. Just trying to pick up his own double gas. He's equal bases with Flash right now, even though Flash soon enough is going to have that double gas at the upper right. I think he has a pretty decent defendable position. I'm not quite sure if MVP actually, from the minimap, he doesn't really know exactly what kind of defensive position that is, so apparently he's thinking of just focusing a little. I think going to scan that in there right now. Moving with Vultures, has some Wraiths in there as well, and Valkyries for Flash. Meanwhile, wow, 3 Valkyries out there for Flash. So there's going to be some massive anti-Wraith slaughter fest from those Valkyries. MVP going to move up to the low left position, going to scan off, getting in with a lot of Vultures to act as blockers for that fire. Going to move in close with his tanks. Might even just not even siege, getting those mines in, and I think he's going to be able to clean this up pretty quickly. Does siege up some of his tanks, but yeah, he's going to clean up his position in the lower left hand pretty nicely. Did lose a few too many. Ooh, wow, did they just pick off all the Wraiths? That would be hilarious. But yeah, I think MVP lost a few too many Vultures that he would have wanted. Flash meanwhile finally picked up the inside down look, and I think MVP, they didn't show it, but I think those Vultures, those 3 Valkyries came in and just basically absolutely destroyed all the Wraiths. I think I did see maybe the aftermath of a scan, although not altogether too sure what was going on, but I think Flash came in and pretty much killed all the Wraiths, so that's insane, just with a few Valkyries. It's nice that he has the economies to afford these Valkyries, interestingly enough. Very expensive units, but overall he's in a pretty good position. Have a pretty nice defensive line across the entire middle, and he has weapons too over MVP's 0 weapons upgrades. So yeah, MVP in that way is definitely not looking extremely strong. Just now, is that first army? Okay, that's Flash. What am I talking about? That's Flash's second army on the way. And an additional starport I think I saw. Meanwhile, an MVP at the bottom right. Still don't think I ever saw an armory from him. I'm not quite sure. He's adding in a starports right now. Several starports. So this is 4 starports I think now. We're going to see what actually going to try to rush to BC. Still has some Wraiths out there. Yeah, he does have those. Going out there and picking off those Valkyries. So that's a bit of a loss there for Flash. I think I'm actually... Well, I'm not quite sure whether those Valkyries are actually to pick off the Wraiths are trying to pick up some dropships. Flash meanwhile now didn't actually see at all that MVP had picked up. I think he's picked up the 3 o'clock position for himself. Flash can try to contest that across the bridge. Does have the position. Doesn't really have any mining going on there. I'm not quite sure whether they pulled the ACVs off. I don't think he actually had any mining though. It's a fresh base for him. Also trying to pick up the low position. Does not have a very strong presence there though. Does have a physics slab up, so he's going to try to rush to BCs right out of the gates. There are 2 starports out